All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, January 24th, 2025. Welcome to Melzworld Live. I'm your host, Ramel Otis. We are at the end of the second week of streaming. It's been quite a learning experience to understand what streamers go through or what they have to go through. You know, the one thing I noticed as a YouTuber, as a content creator, is really seeing the level of effort people put into their productions. And if you're streaming, once you have your stream set up, once you have everything all good and ready to go, you dive in. You dive in and you play your game, or you do your makeup tutorial, or you sit in a hot tub and sell farts. Yeah, it's a good system. It's you're out there. Million people with their own radio stations broadcasting live and direct. So that being said, the technology definitely helps, and it can automate a lot of the process. But once your setup is good, just like any show, you just go, and then everything relies on the cult of your personality, right? The game that you play, it is a major part of it. You know, I was growing up. I'm a tail end Gen Xer, and I played video games, right? I was there at the advent of Nintendo. I got to be part of the moment where video games transitioned to these, sad little dots on a screen like Pong to figures, like actual shapes that were recognizable, right? Super Mario, Super Nintendo elevated that quality, and I played, right? That was the generation where I played video games. And it's so interesting to me that the current model is you watch other people play and you follow along and you enjoy the challenges that they go through, or you revel in their failures. And sometimes they'll use the video game as a backdrop to them just talking, right? They'll just use the video game as a way to fill your visual space while they talk about their daily lives, while they talk about the challenges that they go through. It's wild, I mean, when you think about that, it's almost like going to a friend's house and they're sitting there and they're on their Genesis, their Nintendo, and they're playing whatever level, and they're so their muscle memory is so used to playing that game and staring at that screen that they can just talk about the day at work or the day at school or the argument they got in with their family. Like, it's interesting that the generation that can play video games, the video games is autonomic, right? The part of playing becomes automatic, and then it's just talking, right? And that's cool. That's an interesting thing. And then of course there's the people that consume that information. They don't want to play the game, but they want to be in the room. They want to see what's happening, potentially become part of a community. And once again, all of this is very it's not intent, like they're not intending to go and look for community. They have the community, right? There's enough people that are following. Then there's a communal person to talk with. That person ties the group together, and then they have one shared experience, which is the video game. So I don't know. That's when I was watching the birth of Twitch and the growth of Let's Play. I did notice. I thought that was fascinating. I mean, that wasn't me. I couldn't watch somebody play video games. I'd want to play the video game. I mean, that's the generation I am. But I can see my son, he enjoys watching other people play. He likes the personalities that have been developed over the video game, and then, as they're playing, and then he likes the game itself. And it speaks to the larger epidemic of this loneliness, epidemic, without being too redundant, how genuine friendship is eschewed for kind of virtual community experience. I think social media thought that it would bring us closer together, but what ended up happening was you got a curated version of what life is, right? Your friends and your ex high school colleagues would try to put their best foot forward. Because as our generation, when you got in a room with people, your parents would try to bring you up as the most important, the most accomplished, and you took on that role of like, if I'm in front of other people, I have to show my best foot. We don't show the weaknesses or the struggles or the obstacles in life. We keep appearances. And so social media was an amplification of needing to show how okay we were. How if there was a sickness in the family, maybe we would be on social media saying, hey, this is this wonderful person and they're not doing so well and I want you guys to send your well wishes. But for the most part, you hid kind of the ugly little truths and you showed only what you wanted everybody else to see and bear witness to. And I think that started the ball rolling with how people wanted to present themselves on the internet and the shield of anonymity and being able to be honest almost to the point of brutality or to the point that it was entertaining for other people to see how honest you were because you were behind a username. But then social media changed and it stopped being just about curating your life. It became everything is content, right? Every moment of your life can be shared. The camera, your phone, is your diary, is an eyeball that you allow into your world. And then social media grew into that monster where you would then attract not just a community, but an echo chamber. So it was it's definitely had its growth, and it's a very intimidating beast because it lives and breathes off of engagement. It thrives on the necessity to feed you what you lay your eyes on for the longest, and then on top of that, it needs to make money. It needs to make insane amounts of money, and therefore it will vampirically use both ways. It'll suck on the creator and it will suck on the viewer, right? And as the viewer, it'll look at your algorithm and feed you more of what you want. And as the content creator, it will try to feed you ravenous fans and echo chambers and put you in categories, tell you what you need to create in order to attract. And it just feeds in on itself over and over and over. Anyways, okay, well, that was my morning rant. Sure, that wasn't terribly interesting, but who is? Wow, are you? Hey, there's no channel connection and info of this channel to connect you to others. What do you mean? Whoa, what do you mean? Of course, my wife is my only concurrent viewer. Hello, wife. I appreciate that you're in this chat. That was cool, though. I got to check it, and I was like, well, there's a person in here. It's the one that I was married to, so. It's like having your mom show up at your baseball game. Hi, Mom. There is no channel connection in the info for this channel to connect to others. Let's pull up our good co-host, Sky. See if she's available. Morning, Sky. You there with us today?
Good morning, Romel. I'm here and ready to help. How's your day starting
Awesome.
off?
Good. You hopped into the middle of the stream, so say hi to our listeners.
Hey everyone, it's great to be here with you all. Let's get this stream rolling.
Got it. Yeah. Well, I started with a pretty big rant, but I'm ready to kind of just do our updates. Um, Updates for today is, let's see. Let's do what Lisa is doing. She's made some fantastic steps towards um, filling the bedroom with new filling the bedroom with books and magazines. She has
Le-
added up. Just chill out for just a second, Sky, while I update this. Added
Sure.
shelves. Uh,
Bookshelves. Got it. Let me know when you're ready to continue.
yep, no worries. So yeah,
Take your time.
okay, but you literally don't have to say anything. You can just chill.
Got it. I'll chill. Let me know when you need me.
Will do. All right, there's health. Ugh.
Absolutely. All good.
I think that's interesting, right? As a speaking functionality, you you have to be able to do a feedback that you're listening. But in this particular instance, where I'm like, I need you to wait in the wings, you you still have to say okay or I hear you, and it is an interesting thing because I don't think I can just say, hey Sky, just chill out, and you don't have to respond to anything unless I say something.
You're right, Romel. I aim to stay engaged and responsive. If you ever need me to just listen quietly, just let me know.
All
Your
right,
feedback helps me improve.
let's try it. So listen quietly unless I call you. Okay.
Got it, Romel. I'll stay quiet unless you call me.
All right, let's try this experiment. Okay. Um,
Sure thing. I'm here if you need me.
and the game has failed. So let me put a mute on you really quick so that way you don't speak, and then I'm gonna put money that when it is time for you to help, I'll unmute you, and then you won't be able to respond. You ready?
All right, let's see how it goes.
All right. I haven't done that. Thanks for letting me know. All right. So let's see here. We did do a little walk the other day, so that was nice. Mom is back. She's feeling a lot better. I haven't moved the car as far as sales is concerned, but once again, it's not really the highest priority. There's no sense of desperation to move, to get the CRV sold. But at the same time, still casually responding to people that are interested. So yeah, let's dive right into the projects, right? Uh, I have a listening party tonight. I have friends coming over to listen to the Total Eclipse album. I've been notified by DistroKid that the songs have been processed, and it's a matter of getting them shipped out to those different streaming channels. So once that becomes available, I will be excited. The one thing I did want to share is I did do thumbnails and descriptions now for all the streams. Once again, not the intent is not to get um catch any fire with this stream, right? I it's nice to have it. It's good. It's a good practice. It's a great journal, and it logs everything, right? And it allows me to keep an iterative understanding of the growth of my projects. But more importantly, yeah, it just allows me to get into that world and get more comfortable. So let's take a look at the streams that I've done, right? So if we go to the live streams, as you can see, yeah, there you go. I've made I've made thumbnails that my wife has called creepy because I gave Sky eyeballs, anime eyeballs, and I kind of change them up every thumbnail. I tried. It's as somebody who watches a lot of Conan O'Brien. I do see the way that he does his team does his thumbnails, and what I liked about it is there's like kind of one or two words that says what the point of it is. And what I've been doing is I've been actually having my transcripts copied, my auto transcripts copied out of YouTube, pasted into GPT, and then she processes all of that transcript, turns it into a description, a suggested title, and then she also says what my kind of keyword is that I put. And I think this has made this process really easy, because once I complete this recording, the stream ends up looking like, I don't know if you can see it. It's like very boring. It's that white screen over here, and it's got Sky and myself, because that's just what the recording looks like. To have AI manage kind of all of the like the fill-in data, and then I just quickly use and update the thumbnail. It's pretty useful, and so now I'm able to kind of get all of these feeds up and updated really quickly. So that was the thing from yesterday. I guess if I'm going to share some personal news, we booked our vacation, our annual trip to Cabo, and job be damned, we're going to go every year if we can afford it, and this year we can afford it, and I'm hoping next year we can do it too. We're going to Rio Santa Fe. And if you've never been to an all-inclusive resort, there's, for me, and I've explained this before, is I'm a hotel guy. I love hotels. My son is a hotel guy because he loves other aspects of the hotel, right? Just kind of having his own, like, well, first staying with us, right? He stays in his own room, so he likes it when we go to a hotel because we all stay together as a family. But he also likes making forts, and he really enjoys just a lot other elements of being in a hotel. And then my wife loves the fact that she doesn't have to clean, which is, nice. And then of course you add the element of all you can eat, all you can drink, and all inclusives become really appealing to all three of us as a family. Also, we're not expedition, is that the word? Excursions. We're not excursion people. So there's literally no need for us to go down there and ride horses or, rock climb or visit places. We just want to be in that enclosed, air-conditioned space with unlimited alcohol and food. And, we don't gorge either. That's the best part. You eat till you're satiated. You drink till you're buzzed. And you enjoy the weather. You relax. You read. You listen to music. If there's a kids club, that's the other thing. Roman loves kids clubs. So the other part that I like is the fact that we can do it on a budget. I mean, when you think about how much people spend on vacations, it's mind blowing when you hear that people spend upwards of $10,000 plus to get their family anywhere. And we have consistently kept our budget around $2,000, $2,000 to $3,000 annually. That because Cabo is only an hour and a half south by plane. We fly out of Tijuana, and the resorts there are reasonably priced. I mean, it's kind of like Vegas, where you can go to a regular casino and spend normal price and have $20 steak. Or you can go to the highest tier casinos, the newest ones, and spend $500 on a meal and spend $1,000 on a room. I feel like Cabo has that kind of variety and range when it comes to the type of hotels. You want base, bare inclusivity, you can get it at a decent price. $100, $200 a night, which is a steal if you think about everything you get. But then there are very high-end places that no kids allowed, $1,000 a night, $2,000, but you get, 5-star luxury experience. We don't need that. And so it's good to know that Cabo's close and it's affordable and it's something that we can do as a family. So we'll keep going every year. So that's kind of that's that. So I did a lot of that stuff yesterday to get that settled and finished. I did a little bit of cleaning because I got up the listening party tonight, and then I'll do some more editing on the Melzworld Odyssey. Realistically, I think I could do 2 videos a week. What I'm noticing is, if I live in the way that I'm living now, which is just letting myself be interrupted. It's not that I'm getting interrupted, I'm letting myself be interrupted, which is different. I think when you work full time, you are purposely taking yourself out of the element of being interruptible. You are, if you're not remote, right? That caused a monkey wrench. But if you're not remote, you could really just, you know, not be bothered. And whatever your job is your job. That's what you do. And that's how businesses get you. Like that's how business owners and organizations, they get you because they actually have your undivided attention. You're at the office. I think that's where the work from home started to get removed. Is some people can't make themselves uninterruptible at home. I mean, when I was fully remote, I made myself uninterruptible. I mean, I had a sense in the back of my head that I had an obligation to this organization who allowed me to work from home, and therefore that self-imposed impetus made it so that I just had no distractions, right? Even if I was in my own home, door was closed, wasn't answering my phone. I think in the last few months of unemployment, being interruptible was something that I just allowed, right? I just, you know what, I'll be interruptible. But I do know that by being interruptible, it is a massive impact on your productivity, right? Allowing yourself to be like, I'm going to pop out and have breakfast. I'm going to pop out and have lunch. And before, when I did that, I felt like it was a secret fun thing where I could just pop out for breakfast for like an hour, but keep an eye on my phone or, be available to answer an email or a text or work on a project or even have a meeting, but I could go cook. Now, being interruptible here means I'm breakfast for an hour and then I'm lunching for an hour and I'm just popping in and out, grabbing snacks and it's there is a I guess there's a forced discipline when you are under somebody else's paycheck, right? When you know somebody else is signing your checks, you have the obligation to be to have discipline. And it is harder. It's infinitely harder when you are not under that type of watchful eye. Even though there's no eye, you just didn't impose it on yourself. So I think when it comes to being interruptible, super important that you set a structure up, that you stick to that structure, that you maintain, uninterruptibility. That was the point of that. Anyways, so for today, I'm gonna knock out a couple more hours of Route 66. I hung out with my friend yesterday, who was the other food sleuth. We discussed what exactly we're missing. I still think the Julian apple pie is a strong contender for another Food Sleuth episode. We just went to this restaurant called La Perla, and they claim to have one of the best California burritos, which is, I mean, it's a compelling argument. What I had last night, it was a well-seasoned carne asada burrito with French fries, and then it was wrapped with a quesadilla, a Oaxaca cheese quesadilla, and you would think that is too much tortilla. And it is not. It is a delicious amount. It is incredibly the savoriness, the Oaxaca cheese melted gives a good creaminess to the California burrito. So I don't know if I want to take that as a hype hunter episode or if I want to find an investigative angle on it, as in like what the hell is Oaxacan cheese. And then of course the other idea was to do Ethiopian. Ethiopian, I've had Ethiopian. My wife and I have enjoyed it. I've gone with friends apparently, but I don't know if it's as popular or if it's known. So I'd love to, kind of do an investigation there about like what Ethiopian food is, injera, and why you eat with your hands. So I have 3 ideas, which are great, but I need film, I need footage, I need a concept, I need a script. But Route 66 continues to be what it is. Tons of footage, and I just need to sit down and crank it out. So I think I've spoken enough. Sky, do you have anything you want to add?
I'm here if you need me.
Okay, well, I need you to tell me if there's anything you want to add to the end of this stream.
Sounds like you had a productive stream. Romel, keep up the great work, and I'll be here next time.
Awesome. Okay, well, I guess we don't have anything else. But let's go ahead and do our quick viewers. You know what? No one's watching this morning. I got one in Kick, one in Twitch, and of course my lovely wife who poked in and is maybe listening, probably not. Either way, thank you for being the first ever concurrent viewer on the YouTube live stream. And I guess...
That's
Oh, sorry. What were you going to say, Sky?
Just wanted to say it's awesome to have your wife supporting you. Keep pushing forward, and those numbers will grow.
Oh, so positive. I swear, it's like you were a robot or something. Anyways,
Just here to keep the good vibes going. Anything else you'd like to cover?
no, let's close it out. Say goodbye to our viewers and wish them a happy Friday.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a fantastic Friday, and we'll catch you next time.
And yeah, I'm excited for tonight's listening party. I hope to get some positive feedback. I know, right? She's such a simp. There you go. I just used the Gen Z term. She's a simp. She's simping. Anyways, yeah, hopefully we'll have a good viewing party. I'll get you an update on when Total Eclipse becomes live on Spotify and all the other streaming channels. And otherwise, a successful 2 weeks. We didn't do it every day, but we did most. And every stream got better. We got more consistent. It got better sound. And we just overall saw improvement. So thanks again for joining us. Thanks for all the listeners. Have a fantastic weekend. And I'll play us out.